Hey guys, VenomousStare back with more exciting Starcraft 2. This time we have a ZVZ between two of the most well-known and well-liked foreigners out there. In the bottom left, in the red, Liquid.TLO, and in the bottom right, in blue, the best foreigner ever, Stephano, who's going pool first, which is an aggressive build. So Dario, TLO, is going out to take his expansion. This is bad news for him, because Stephano went early pool, but it's not that bad, the pool wasn't that early. So TLO is a player who's known for his creativity. He does a lot of the little things really well too. He creep spreads well, he injects well, he does lots of creative builds with unique unit compositions, and does lots of little cute harassment things that not a lot of other players do. Stephano, this build in Heart of the Swarm, we would go 10 pool and just make the 6 lings, and you would have enough minerals to go out and make this expansion. So this is a Legacy of the Void variant of that, where you make a relatively early pool, a handful of lings, and take your expo, and then drone behind it. Stephano also, of course, getting his queen. TLO has taken a gas, so his Zergling speed or lair will be faster than Stephano, presumably. Stephano's 6 lings get scouted by Dario, so he knows what's up, which is incredibly important because now he knows it's coming, and watch, you make Zerglings instead of drones. Stephano was really relying on that not being scouted, but this cutesy little overlord spot from TLO saw it. And Stephano can deduce what's going to happen. He knows he won't be able to do severe damage, so he left these 2 lings behind to break down these rock towers. TLO is continuing to make lings, as we see Stephano start to retreat. This rock tower, he might try to trap Dario here. He's going to do it. It didn't happen. So none of TLO's Zerglings got crushed, but Stephano did prevent TLO from counterattacking. TLO and Stephano have both taken a third at almost identical times. And if we go to units, they almost have identical units, so I'm going to speed it up a bit. Quick layer here from TLO, made it his natural, which I like. Stephano is working on this third base rocks. Obviously, after he kills these, it will be another attack path to attack this third. Okay, so TLO sees this is happening, so it shouldn't do too much damage. Stephano's third's about to finish, already has a queen there, great move. TLO's third finishes, but Stephano's lings are about to break through, and TLO, I guess he didn't see it because he should have been able to see the rock health going down, but I guess he missed it because he doesn't have any units up here. He's making a baneling nest right now, but here are his lings. He might actually kill it, but Stephano's going to kite around, and I think he's going to get it. He gets it. That's the hatch, so Stephano is ahead now, as TLO scouted Stephano's base a bit there. Stephano has a huge advantage right now. He killed this third. TLO does not have Zergling speed yet, although he will have it before Stephano. But Stephano has both of these rocks to hide behind. So Stephano's Zergling speed being delayed isn't that big of a deal. He's going to make a spine to try to help these rocks. Great move. It's Rubio! TLO retook his third, so he's not completely all in on this counterattack, thankfully for him, because I don't think it's going to work. He has a cutesy little dropper lord that can ferry units across. I think that's how he got that Zergling scout in earlier. Stephano's finally starting his lair. TLO has had his for quite some time. Spire is about halfway done for Dario. Dr. Dario. TLO trying to be creative and aggressive, using that. This is like the slowest elevator play ever. And Stephano defends it with ease. 22 lings on the way for our Frenchman, Stephano, and TLO has taken a supply disadvantage, which is a product of that third base. Stephano is clearing his fourth. Great move. TLO doing the same. Stephano's also chasing away vision with queens, which is very important. This is a smart move by Dario, creative, if you will. He dropped a changeling on that tower, which you usually can't get to, because this tower is obviously on a low ground. Usually in all of my experience playing on this map, the only time this tower gets taken is with a Terran in the game. So great move by Dario to get that vision. Stephano's probably not going to clear that out because he's not going to expect Dario to even do that. So Stephano does not have spores in his main and Dario has mutas. Stephano does not have anything that can shoot up, but he's going to use these Zerglings to try to distract TLO. He wants TLO to chase these Zerglings around while he builds spores, and he does. So TLO runs up to Stephano's third and then starts to chase the Zerglings. Great move by Stephano. He's also attacking the third while he does this. So despite not having the units to deal with Mutalisk, Stephano is dealing with Mutalisk. This guy is really good. He's also going to run into Dario's natural and possibly his main. Looks like it's going to be his main. If we go to the third, TLO's trying to hold this embattled third, and he does, but Stephano has more links coming. That third is not long for this world. Stephano's also doing severe damage in Dario's main. Dario has his mutas out here, but he's not going to be able to DPS these Zerglings down, and Stephano gets the third. Stephano's worst matchup historically has always been Zerg versus Zerg, by the way. He was always an excellent Zerg versus Protoss player and a very, very good Zerg versus Terran player. TLO still has a hefty Mutalisk count though. A respectable dozen for Dario. Stephano has 2-2 on the way, and we need to note that Stephano has lots of queens. Queens are excellent defensive units, as we see Stephano deny this third again. I think Dario's just going to have to go all in here. This is a big problem with Mutalisk styles. If your opponent just makes upgraded Zerglings and constantly counterattacks, even if you have Mutalisk, the upgraded Zerglings won't die, and they do damage to buildings so quickly, where your opponent can just be obnoxious and counterattack you like we're seeing right now. Stephano's making more queens to make sure he doesn't lose his advantage and lose the game. Queens are very good defensively because of transfuse and the fact that they're tanky and can shoot up and down. Dario's going to run into this third base of Stephano, but he's going to see that there is static defense. Stephano's sniping morphing banelings, great move. Stephano's going to transfuse with these queens, great move, not losing a single one. Bane's coming forward from TLO. Stephano losing the majority of his Zerglings. He has to be careful, but he's going to fall back into the static defense. Transfuse 1, transfuse 2. Stephano, excellent micro here. He's holding off these mutas, and he holds and wins the game. If you enjoyed this cast, subscribe to my channel. It's free. You get more StarCraft. Hooray for more StarCraft.